All right. So it is Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. We will be introducing finding solutions to linear functions. All right. That is what we're jumping into. So first, what is a solution? Okay. Seems like a simple question. A solution to an equation is a value that makes the equation true. Okay. The solution to an equation is a value that makes the equation true. Let's consider the function y equals x minus 2. For this function, the value of y depends on the value of x. When x equals 2, we see that y equals 0. Morales, what did Franklin say there?
Yeah, he's being silly.
Okay. All right. So visually, when x equals 2, the variable x gets replaced with the number 2 in the function, and we get 2 minus 2 equals 0, which is equal to y. And I replace x with 2. I can solve the equation. I can do the math. And I learn the value of y is 0. For this function, the only value of x that will result in y equaling 0 is 2. There's no other option. There's no other number that, when I put it in this function, will result in y equaling 0. It's the only option. So if I were asked to find the solution for the equation x minus 2 equals 0, the only value for x that results in a true outcome is x equals 2. So we're talking about a solution. We're finding the value that makes the equation true. When we're talking about lines and linear functions or linear equations, there's only going to be one solution. There will be only one value that makes that equation true. Okay. What questions do you have, or what would you like to have translated? Or should we just kind of review that in Spanish as well?
Yes, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Ok. En esta diapositiva vemos la pregunta, ¿qué es una solución? Muchas veces pensamos en solución, respuesta a un problema, que en muchos casos sí aplica, pero en este caso, en las matemáticas, la solución a una ecuación es el valor que hace que la ecuación sea verdadera. Considerando la función y es igual a x menos 2, el valor de y depende en el valor de x. Cuando x es igual a 2, vemos que y es igual a 0. Por ejemplo, en un lado de la ecuación, o un lado de la ecuación, tiene que tener el mismo valor que el otro lado de la ecuación. Es decir, la y tiene que tener el mismo valor que el resultado de x menos 2. No podemos tener una ecuación desbalanceada porque eso lo haría una ecuación falsa. En otras palabras, 0 es igual a 0, 2 es igual a 2, 100 es igual a 100. Y eso es una función cierta, verdadera. 50 no es igual a 25, 25 no es igual a 2, 500 no es igual a 250. Como no es igual, eso es una ecuación falsa. Entonces, si nos preguntaran o si nos pidieran encontrar la solución para la ecuación x menos 2 es igual a 0, el único valor para x que resulta en una ecuación verdadera es x es igual a 2. Entonces, si sustituimos el valor de x y ya sabemos que y es 0, entonces vamos a sustituir para y 0 igual a 2 menos 2. Si hacemos la operación 2 menos 2 es igual a 0, nos da 0 es igual a 0. Vamos a sustituir esos números y nos tienen que salir o resultar en un número igual en ambos lados para que la ecuación sea cierta.
Okay. Gracias, Mr. Morales. I like that you included being equal on both sides of the equal sign, having the same value. All right. So, what value of x makes this equation true? What do you guys think? What value can I replace x with so that we have a true equation?
¿Qué valor de x hace esta ecuación cierta? ¿Qué número tenemos que usar? Sustituir.
I'm going to make a guess of 7.
All right, so yeah, so we see Damien was guessing 3, Carlos has guessed 7. Okay, Michette's guessed 7. All right, so remember there's only one number that will work. And when I replace x with that number, I should get 5. Okay, so let's check. All right. I'm going to check Damien's suggestion first, which was 3. So if I replace x with 3, I get 3 minus 2, and that equals 1. And 1 does not equal 5. So 3 does not work. Then we had 7. 7 minus 2 equals 5. 5 equals 5. 7 works. So for this, the value of x that makes this true we get x equals 7. That means this is the solution. Okay, we need, like Mr. Morales said, the same number to show up on both sides of the equal sign. Okay. What questions do you have? Okay, so next. Where can we see the solution to x minus 2 equals 5, the same equation we just solved, on a table or a graph? Let's look at the table. Where on the table is the solution to x minus 2 equals 5?
¿Dónde podemos
Oh, okay.
encontrar la solución a x menos 2 es igual a 5 en la tabla y en la gráfica? O en la gráfica.
Pero primero en la tabla, por favor.
I was wondering if it's the ones that have the column that has 7 and then the other column that has 5, because it's numbers we know.
Okay. Good idea. What do you guys think? ¿Qué piensas? Hey, Sean, por favor. I don't want you typing in the chat unless you're answering the questions, okay? All right, so let's see. Shanna Lee, she says it's almost the last one in the table, 7 and 5. Okay? So, and that's similar to what Ms. Schutz had said. And we have this entry right here. What do we see in this entry that lets us know that this is where the solution is on the table?
Muchachos, ¿qué solución vemos aquí en la tabla? ¿Qué números estamos viendo? ¿Cómo sabemos?
Is the value 5 for x minus 2 equaling 5, is that anywhere else in the table? No, it's not. So if we look at our table, we say, okay, I want to know where x minus 2 equals 5. All right, we see that x minus 2 equals 5 in the second to last row, and the value of x that goes with it is 7. So we know that 7 gives us the outcome of 5. Okay. On the graph, I'm looking for, again, I need a y value of 5. So I'm going to look at the y-axis, find 5, trace that over till I hit the line. Okay. And then find, trace down till I hit the x-axis, and that also gives me the solution. 7. When x equals 7, y equals 5. Okay, what questions do you have? What can we explain? Okay. So the idea is that we can kind of see what a solution is. We can use some reasoning to figure out the solution, or we can use the table or the graph. So now we're going to practice understanding what a solution is. Okay? So let's do all right. I need to, oh man, I lost my screen. Where'd it go? There it is. That one. I'm going to end this. Here. And here. Here we go. All right, I'm going to put the link for the Pear Deck presentation into the chat. There it is. It is there. Please click on the link and log in to Pear Deck, please. In a couple minutes, we will start the activity.
Do students use their passwords, login passwords, to get into the Pear Deck?
They might have to, yes.
Okay.
If they're not already logged into Google, they should log in using their student email and password. If you need help logging in to Pear Deck, please let us know. A couple minutes here to get logged in. Please participate in the Pear Deck. Just for participating, you will get some extra bonus points. It will go in the gradebook and help your grade. There is a reason to participate. You also get the chance to learn.
Muchachos, si aún no han entrado al link, el maestro acaba de compartir el link al Pear Deck en la conversación. Así que denle clic y entren escriban la clave que nos aparece en la pantalla.
Awesome. All right, Damien, thank you. All right, we're gonna start this. If you have not logged in, please log in and participate. You will get some credit for doing this today. All right, so again, this is our Pear Deck for Wednesday, October 21st. We're gonna be finding solutions to linear functions. So here we go. What value of x makes this equation true? Right, please type the number that you can replace x with to make the equation equal 1. And if you think you have the solution, test it in the equation. If when you put in the value you think is correct for x, and you add 3 and you do not get 1, then you made a mistake.
So Jose doesn't know what to do. So Jose, I'm not sure where you are in the process.
Okay.
I don't know if he
Put that in the chat? I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, he said it in the chat, not in, I don't know, I just saw it in my chat from, not here. But
Oh, okay.
our, I'm sorry, what am I trying to say? Our Microsoft Teams that came in.
Okay.
So Jose, can you just help us, like, in this chat, let us know where you're getting stuck so we can help you catch up?
All right. All right, guys. Chat not updating. All right, so many of you have attempted this. Some of you have not. Most of you have tried though. So here is the solution. Okay, the value of x that makes this equation true is -2. That's because -2 plus 3 equals 1.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the chat. Sean is, whatever he has keeps moving to the front of the chat, and I don't know why. I don't know if he keeps resending it or if it's something going on with the system, but that's all I'm getting in the chat.
Yeah, I think something's going on with the chat. I keep receiving all these messages.
But okay. All right, so again, the solution here is -2. And that's because when we put -2 in place of x, -2 plus 3 equals 1. Okay. Let's try another one. So next, we're going to use the graph to find the solution. We have x minus 2 equals 10.
Let's see. So we know y is -2. I know it's 12, but I don't know why. Okay. All right, so make sure you check your work. Again,
if you put in your number in place of x and subtract 2, do you get positive 10? I see a couple of students who put in negative 8. Negative 8 minus 2 is negative 10. I need positive 10. All right, so in this case, the solution is 12. And y equals 10, we flip that over to the line, and then this, and we hit the value of x of 12. Okay. And when we put 12 in the equation, 12 minus 2 equals 10. And that's what we needed. 10 equals 10.
Entonces, como dice, vamos a encontrar el número al que restándole menos 2 nos dé 10. Algunos que estaban poniendo menos 8, les daba menos 8 menos 2 nos daba menos 10, que no es igual a 10. Entonces, en la tabla, perdón, en la gráfica buscamos el número que nos va a dar en el punto para que nos dé 10. Entonces sabemos que es 12. 12 menos 2 es igual a 10. Entonces, la operación es cierta.
Okay. Let's try the next one. At what value of x will the two lines be equal? Okay. What value of x? Okay. ¿Cuál valor de x es los dos líneas igual? So Ms. Schutz is asking, does equal mean the same, meet? So the lines are equal when they have the same y value. So I want to find the value of x where the lines cross. Okay. Quiero el valor de x donde los dos líneas cruzan. Okay. All right. So the value, yes, Damien. The x-axis is the horizontal line. Yes. All right. So let's look. So the solution for this is x equals 2. Right? The point where the lines cross is right here. Right? And it's the point where they cross. And we follow that down to the x-axis. We're at a value of 2. So we find the cross of the lines. Follow that to the x-axis, and that gives us a value of 2. Okay. Do not know what's going on in the chat. You just keep getting the same things repeated back and forth. All right. So, what questions do you have? What can I clarify? What can I make more sense of? Last question. All right, we're going to use the table to answer this question. Okay, so, all right, thank you, Damien. So we have this table. What is the y-intercept for the linear function y equals x minus 2? Please type your answer as a coordinate. Parentheses, x, comma, y, parentheses. Christian, will it always be x? Will what always be x? I'm not sure what you want to know. ¿Cuál es la intercepción y para la función y igual x menos 2? Por favor. Esas coordenadas, paréntesis, x, coma, y, paréntesis. La valor en coordenadas, el valor de x es siempre primero. Y el valor de y es segundo. Todo el tiempo. La intercepción y es donde x igual 0. Okay, es donde x igual 0.
So, Mr. Mosley, I was looking at the table and I was trying to figure out what y equals to in the table, and I saw that x minus 2 would be y. Would we consider y?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I pulled the table off of Desmos, and it doesn't just say x, y. I could make a table that way, but I would use a different thing. But yeah, so that's why I have that y equals x minus 2. In this table, the x minus 2 is y.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mosley, I don't really know how to figure this one out. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm stumped a little bit.
Okay. We're going to talk about it in just a
Okay.
moment. All right. So let's look at the answer. So the coordinates of the y-intercept is 0, -2. Okay, on the table, this is where x equals 0, y equals -2. Okay, the y-intercept is always where x equals 0. Okay, the y-intercept is not the first coordinate on the table. In this case, it's not. It's the third row. It's where x equals 0.
Una nota muy importante, muchachos, que inclusive a mí se me estaba olvidando también, y que es importante repasar. Cuando tenemos dos valores x e y, cuando el valor está en x, perdón, cuando el valor de x está en 0, vemos, por ejemplo, en esta tabla que el valor de y es -2. Siempre vamos a encontrar el valor de y cuando el valor de x sea 0. Importante.
Yep. And then I answered another question in the chat from Shanley. She has the solution is always going to be on the x-axis, and yes. When we talk about solutions to equations, we're talking about x values. What value of x gives a certain value of y? So we're always going to look at the x-axis for the solution. In this question, I asked for the y-intercept. which is what we did in previous classes. So I'm just making sure we don't forget what the y-intercept is.